a bit of worry, a bit of stress, it's part of your life. Some might say it's necessary and even good for you. But worrying makes things bigger than they really are. And it turns nothing into something. And stress leaves you feeling drained, overwhelmed and irritable. So both can have an effect on who you are and what you do. So now it's a good time to get a grip on your worry and your stress before it takes control of you. So we're now going to have a look at how we can put our worries into perspective and relieve our stress and calm down those areas of worry. Because those areas of worry erode everything in us, everything. It says here makes us irritable and drained of energy. It also makes us lose our own self-respect. It makes us physically feel not so well. It impacts on so many areas of our lives. It's good to make some form of a decision to look at the foundation, which would be to learn how to become peaceful. Because without that, this is all just words. It's when I become peaceful that I can see more clearly what's happening inside my head. I can then logically make some decisions for myself, how to handle my energy. We see ourselves as beings of energy. Now, if I'm a being of energy and I haven't a clue how to manage that energy, what is that saying to me? I might think I'm really on the ball and I know exactly what I'm doing and I have so many skills and I've got everything. But inside, I'm stressed, I'm fearful, I'm drained of energy, I'm worried. So what would the quality be of my life in reality? So we look at this energy, I, the being of life energy. We see that we have beautiful energies within us. But we don't know that they're there. We don't think that they're there. We don't think about them. And we don't practice how to bring those to the front when we're living our lives. And so Raj Yoga encourages us to do just that, to bring all those energies in and use them, and therefore make such a difference to everything we do in our life. Why do we have stress at this particular point of time? We see that it's not a perfect world. I'm sure you all agree with that. Today is a world of duality, where you have happiness and sadness, rich and poor, healthy, unhealthy, chaos and peace. You have two sides of the coin. You have two sides of the coin, and we think we see it in a big picture, but we have two sides of the coin constantly in here. And because of not thinking about this, we often only see the one side at a time of the coin. If we're happy, we're, wow, laughing and happy and dancing around. But the happiness won't last more than a certain length of time. And then you could even wake up the next morning feeling dreadful, but you were really happy a few hours back. How did that happen and what can I do about it? So now I've got the other side of the coin. But we don't connect the fact that that was the happiness and now here's the downside. So Raj Yoga is saying, learn how to manage your energy. When I know I have two types of energy, I can choose what energy I want to focus on. So, for instance, we have a habit of worry. I know we have had, don't have now so much. And you can't get to sleep because you're worrying over. It could be a very small thing, but we do build it up into a mountain. And then we've got a mountain of the darker side of that situation. we don't look for the good parts in that situation. We keep saying, and this, and what about, and oh my goodness, and what if, and why did that, and how could that, and wow, oh my goodness. Until your head is on fire. And if you're doing this and you're trying to sleep, you're never going to sleep. You're going to be like, whoa, hours of this burning, which is affecting your brain. We all know that. And it's affecting your brain, so it's affecting your whole body system. And who's creating it? Who's worrying? Who's doing all the worrying? We're doing it ourselves. So to manage that energy, I have to learn how to make the mountain small, mountain into a molehill. Practice it. Even I do it a little bit, so it's knowing there's two sides to a coin. So whatever the worry is, instead of blowing up the negative factors of that worry, let me start looking at possibilities of benefit from whatever that is. If I could practice that, you'll start to feel your stress coming down. If I could practice saying that, well, maybe that wasn't so bad. Maybe this is quite useful, and maybe that could help me with this, and maybe that wasn't quite how it happened, and maybe things will look brighter, or start to look that way rather than why. Because when we're going like that, we're blowing ourselves up like a volcano, and we're blaming whatever the event was, and we're really looking for revenge and on whatever is or has or we think might happen. So we're puffing ourselves up with, don't like this is dreadful, boom, boom. So if we could practice catching ourselves, but talk to ourselves before it could happen. That's what meditation is for, and that's where it comes in useful. I tell myself in advance, watch for these triggers. And I think it probably will keep blowing into a mountain for a wee while, but you'll learn to start to bring it down into something. You see, we all want to be able to control, and we look on control as something bad. A control freak, or this one wants to control. But we're actually able to control our lives. So if I can, and we want to control, and we get disturbed if someone appears to be controlling us, or a situation is controlling us, and and especially if we feel powerless, can't do anything about it, it's like, and this is where a lot of stress comes, because you're feeling you have to do this, and it's like inside we rebel. Because we're energy, we're free, beautiful energy, and we're somehow getting put into little boxes. Raj Yoga's here to make you feel free. Not free that you can run riot and do what you like, but free in your way of thinking and feeling. Free to start to look at your own energy and stop creating the mountain. Because, hands up, who all creates a mountain? Yeah. And so, the mountain is not a good thing to be building. And so, the same with, if I'm really, really happy, don't get carried away with that either. Don't let the happiness go over the top of logic, like an emotional hype. So everybody's looking for the big boost. The big boost isn't a healthy thing, because you'll get the big drop that will come from it. So it's to keep things as best we can in a harmony. So keep remembering this rule of energy. There are two sides to the coin, always. And let me keep practicing to go, whoa, 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 whoa. enjoy, this is a happy moment, feel so delighted and kindly and laughing and smiling, but don't go for wow screaming off your head, because that will then bring you away down here. And even monitor your heights as well as your lows. So when we get, usually it's the irritating things that pull attention to themselves. Happiness, don't notice so much because we're enjoying it so much, it's fine. We don't think that's stress. But it's stress if I go over the top, if I allow that to turn into emotional far too high over the top. Sometimes you'll see children who just go crazy high, laughing and squealing, and you know that in 10 minutes they'll be angry, upset, crying and in despair because they've gone a little bit too high. So a lot of parents will say, calm down. A lot of children take too much sugar. They're way up here, and then a little while they're fighting with everyone around them. So it's managing our energy. And it's actually, if I could look at it, as good fun. Not as a difficult thing. So the next time your stress comes, go, oh, I'm going to quite enjoy finding the good parts of this. Let me look. You could almost say count your blessings. It's quite a nice little phrase as well. Let me start looking for the good bits in that. At least that didn't happen. At least that didn't happen, and that didn't happen. At least I've got this. And at least if the worst comes to the worst, so you find yourself starting to be a good manager of energy. You're going, well, if the worst comes to the worst, I've always got that. Don't need to get upset. Don't need to worry. All will be well. When you bring things into a balance, inside you start to recognize all will be well. It's a good way to think, isn't it? And it's real. I practice this every day, believe you me. All will be well. And so we might think that it says sometimes people think that you need stress. No, you need focus and enthusiasm, not stress. You need feelings of success. Makes you feel good. I did this and it worked, and look, this is really, wow, I feel really, I've got a buzz here. That's healthy. That's not stress, that's healthy. So that's what's needed, but not have to do this, have to win, I have to be the best, have to get it done by then. I'm not going to have any time, but I'll do it. I'm successful. Look, I did it. I've hit the deadline. I've got it. I've made it. Look at that. I've got the most, whatever. Look, I'm the best. I won. Whew. That is stress. Because then you're giving yourself a sort of benchmark to keep following that. Like that habit's going to kick in again. I have to, just everything out my road. Let me get it. I'm giving myself over and over a pattern that is destructive to me, totally destructive to me. It's pulling down my health, my well-being. It's pulling down my ability to feel good about myself in the right way. Pulling so many things down. It's be pulling down my relationships because people round about me, they'll be trying to compete with this person that's killing themselves to be to the top, and they'll also be killing themselves to beat you because everyone wants to be successful. But Raj Yoga teaches us that's not the kind of success to go for. And then you'll be saying to yourself, oh, but in a work situation you have to, this is what you have to do if you want to succeed. But no. You will succeed if you're clear and cool and doing the right things and moving yourself in the direction you want to go, and you won't be disturbing and making enemies round about you. And when you hit that button of everything accurate, everything's okay, a good, steady, good rewards, good results, you won't have lost any friends in the process. And you'll stay quite healthy yourself. And you'll be ticking all your inside boxes of, you can do it. You'll feel, you trust yourself now. You trust yourself to go and get it in the right way. You've done it. Look at that. It's very nice. The rewards will come in a beautiful way. Beautiful way. And you'll be so quietly inside pleased with what you're doing. And you'll not be creating any chaos for anybody, especially for yourself. So, start by practicing being peaceful. And to practice being peaceful, if you really got good stress, I mean, I know I had mega stress at one point. And so if you really want to do something about that, then you'll take a big jump into doing the things you need to do to make it into something wonderful. It's not to make it into something that's a chore, because when we have a stressed way of thinking, we think, oh, it's another thing, oh, that sounds quite dull compared to, oh, I don't know about this. You need to put in a foundation, and the foundation is peace. Because everything that you ever are has come from peaceful energy. Peaceful energy is your energy of life. We're just going to do just a short minute of meditation, feet on the ground, sitting upright, eyes open. You can look at the point of light behind, alert, aware of your thinking coming from inside. I'm a point of living life. I'm the living being who thinks. And my thoughts create my life. And the energy that I use creates habits. Those habits can grow to such an extent that they would overwhelm me. Habits of chaos, habits of struggle, habits of worry. Habits of low self-worth. I'm a being of beautiful energy. I teach myself to use that beautiful energy. I teach myself to find out the rules of energy, how energy works. It's my birthright to be a manager of my energy, to manage my own life energy as I wish. A very beautiful, beautiful way to think. But thinking is the beginning. I need to understand, and I need to practice through my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. Talk to myself, encourage myself, and teach myself to have a peaceful, worry-free, calm, balanced life. Om Shanti.